Well, now to a vastly different face of Australia, the tiny outback settlement of Birdsville, from where the 210s report.
Last time we were in Birdsville, we discovered just how isolated this tiny outback town really is. We came face to face with the inhospitable Simpson Desert, tasted some of the exotic local cuisine and found out what great lengths some people go to just to visit this remote Australian town.
Birdsville is an incredible place to come all year round. However, there is one event that really puts this town on the map. It's an event that causes the population to swell from 120 to 6,000, and it's an event that we'd be silly to miss. Welcome to the Birdsville Races.
Well, it's an old event. It started in 1882. It's a great race meeting. It's very unique with the clay pan surface, dirt racing, not seen much in Australia. Yeah, it's like going to Ayers Rock or going to the Melbourne Cup or a footy final or a State of Origin match. You have to do it sometime.
And since we were lucky enough to be in town during race weekend, we could hardly wait to experience this iconic event.
Today I think we'll get 5,000 or 6,000 people. Saturday is a very good day. The $30,000 cup in the middle of the outback is as good as you'll find anywhere in Australia.
But the atmosphere there at Birdsville Races could not have been any more different from the Melbourne Cup. Without a blade of grass on the track or in the spectators' area, this is true desert horse racing. And it was obvious that the vast majority who were there had come a long way and definitely didn't mind roughing it. The heat, dust and flies were all simply part of the Birdsville experience.
You certainly don't expect too many services. It's a pretty basic. You've got to look after yourself. You've got to camp. There's no flash accommodation. There's plenty of coolibah trees to camp under. So you've got to be able to handle yourself, look after yourself, but enjoy the company of other people. Good salt of the earth people.
Yeah, mate, I'm having a ball. Yeah, we've been talking about going to these races for many years now, so this year we made sure it was a reality, so it's been great.
I love the dirt. Yeah, the dust, the dirt, the flies, the sunny weather, the blue skies, the people, everything.
Well, you really can't come to Birdsville and not have a bet. Been watching the races all day, and I'm just going to try my luck with these bookies. Going to place 3 bets to see how we go, hey?
We have the best band of bookmakers in the country because actually we don't have any TAB. We've never had proper phones here, so we've never been able to run a proper TAB meeting. So that's left the bookies to handle things, and they've just got stronger because we haven't got the tab.
Do you reckon I'm back to winner or what?
I reckon you definitely.
Yes, we're on.
And so, with our bets in hand and feeling pretty lucky, we made our way down to the trackside to watch this unique horse race and catch a glimpse of what we believe to be one of the most impressive sights in Australian horse racing.
The sight of a true outback horse race is something that sticks with you long after the horses have finished the race. I mean, could there be a more impressive sight than watching these fantastic creatures thundering down the final stretch amid a cloud of dust, the crowd cheering them all the way to the finish line?
Woo! When we see the horses coming around the turn and the dust kicking up and the noise of them on this clay pan, it's really something that can only happen in Birdsville. It only happens on this course in Australia and possibly in the world, so it's very special. It's unique to us. I guess it contributes to making it an icon event.
Oh, you get a lot of dirt in your face and in your mouth. Everywhere, in your teeth, down your throat, everywhere. I got behind a little bit and I couldn't see a thing for at least 600 metres. I just couldn't see a thing because of the dirt. I just followed the white rail around and hoped for the best. I've had a lot of fun out here. The people are lovely and it's just I think an exciting race meeting to ride at. It's so unique and so far away from everything.
And once the horses had crossed the finish line and those of us who hadn't won a cent accepted our losses, it was time to follow the crowds back into town to cool off at one of Australia's most famous watering holes.
Every town has a pub, and there's arguably none more famous than the Birdsville Hotel. Established in 1884, it fulfills its duty as a true watering hole of the outback. It's not uncommon for visitors to travel thousands of miles just to have one drink at the Birdsville Hotel. And by looking around, it's easy to see why.
Yeah,
Usually it's more than one, Tim. We get so many different types of people that come in and say, look, we've always wanted to see the Birdsville pub and have a beer in that bar. The pub's an iconic hotel. It was built in 1884. It's had a long history with the outback. It was a destination because if they could get here, they could either pick up their mail, they could water their horses, camels, and then later on fix their motor vehicles. The pub has had an amazing history right throughout Australia. It's like going back in time. You know, the walls here, the doors are all original. The whole building's heritage listed, so it's a really different place to come and visit. It takes a special sort of a person to have the commitment to travel 1,000 or so kilometres to come out here. So it's great. It's a special place.
Oh, nothing like it. No, I've met people here today and they said that they're coming back and they're coming back because it's absolutely bloody beautiful. Sorry for swearing, but it's absolutely beautiful.
Everybody's happy, great atmosphere. Yeah, absolutely love it, mate. Got here this morning. We came via Lightning Ridge. One of the best places I've come across in a long time.
Once night falls after the races, the Birdsville Hotel becomes a hive of entertainment. Not only is there a lot of music, drinking and dancing inside, but just across the road is one of the Outback's more controversial icons. Once a common sight in towns across Australia, this is Fred Brophy's touring boxing tent, the very last one in operation. As the signature sound of Brophy's bell and drum join the noisy chatter of the pub, a crowd gathers around the tent's entrance. After introducing his own troupe of touring boxers, Brophy challenges members of the crowd to jump in the ring and fight his boys. One by one, brave contenders climb onto the platform to face their opponents before spectators and boxers stream inside to see if any one of them has what it takes to bring down one of Brophy's fighters.
Well, this truly is a picture of the rough and ready Aussie outback. Right here is the last touring boxing troupe in the world, headed by Fred Brophy, a name that has become legendary across outback Australia. Brophy tours the country along with his group of boxers, challenging locals in each town to fight his boys in this ring right here. And considering the pub is right across the road, he wasn't short of any contenders tonight. Too many 4Xs for that man. Something tells me he's going to regret this in the morning. Oh!
That was the first entertainment, really, in Australia. The first entertainment was the boxing team. Boxing. There's no frills here. Everything's the same. Yeah. Only thing that's different is we wear boxing gloves now. It's been like this for years. I'm the fourth generation, and I've had this boxing tent for over 30 years, and nothing's ever changed. And I'm not going to change it for anyone either, because this is what it's all about. When I go, that'll be it. A part of Australia will go. And it takes a fair thing of blood to get up on that ladder there. Good on you. Where do you come from? They don't come in here for the money. They come here for the experience and to say they better go. Because when this goes, it's a bit of Australia that's gone. And that's it.
And it was there in that tiny outback town in the state's furthest southwest corner, we left the final destination of our mammoth Queensland road trip and headed back home. Over 5 weeks, we had covered 7,500 kilometres, travelling through a mind-blowingly diverse range of environments. From the crazy rodeo town of Mount Isa, to the wild Gulf of Carpentaria, to the lush Whitsundays, and even the arid Simpson Desert. But by far the most rewarding part about this particular adventure is remembering all those fantastic characters and good people we had met along the way. Because after all, they are the ones who make this country so great.